see if Facebook puts this meeting up. Super excited you guys are here. We're on a private Zoom, but we just made it public because we're live on Facebook. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate all of you guys. So glad you guys are here. My name is David Ciemny. This is my beautiful wife,
Angela
Ciemny. She has my name, so this is exciting. She still has my name 17 years later. And I wanted to bring my wife on here tonight because this is a very rare occurrence. I have got my wife down here in the studio, Ciemny Broadcasting Inc., and she's here. We're live. We're in the vault, and we're going to unlock the vault tonight on what we call social retail. It is a business that really was pioneered 7 or 8 years ago by our company. It's a business that everybody's chasing. It's the new business models, the way people do affiliate, person-to-person, direct sale marketing, and it's done mostly online, although you can build it any way you want. And my wife saw for herself how to build a very successful multi-million-dollar business in a very relatively short amount of time. And because people ask us what we do all the time, I thought it would be great to bring Angela on and just kind of share just sort of like a layman's perspective of what she did and how she built such a massive business. Now, let me tell you why she's qualified to do this. Okay, this is her intro. Okay. My wife is qualified because she watched what we did, which you'll hear on the corporate side and kind of building a person-to-person business. She was kind of watching from the sidelines and made a decision at a certain point to play full out in this. And she has built a business, just her portion of, we work together, but just her portion of our business has done, gosh, let's just say, I would say between 10 to 15 million in sales. 10 to 15 million in sales, like just her. So with that, and she's done it with like literally no followers. In fact, I think she still has a private account on Instagram. She's not an influencer. But if you ask me how she built the business, I think it's 10 years of college in here. Okay. All right. So give it up for my beautiful wife, Angela Ciemny.
Thank you. Like, what a great introduction. Well, I hope this is every bit as magical as Dave has made it out to be. So you guys, my name is Angela. Hello, everybody. I am a 42-year-old mom of 3 little boys. I have a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old and a new just turned 6-year-old little boy. And so you know how it is raising kids. I'm like in it. I'm in the thick of being a mom. Dave wanted me to kind of give you guys just a really quick, background to me. So Dave actually started with Modera. How long ago now? 14 years ago, is it?
Yeah, the original company.
With the original company. So Dave was actually on the corporate side 14 years ago. And so I am basically the test subject of collagen for 14 years. I've been taking liquid biocell collagen for so long. I'm like a walking testimonial of our products. And for a long time, for many, many years, while I was, having children, I always supported Dave in, with everything that he did. And I would meet different people and talk to them about the business and say, oh, Dave, I have a girlfriend that's interested. Here you go. And, and make that introduction. But for many years, I never really worked alongside him in building a business. But that all changed in about 2020.
March.
Was it March 2020? Yeah. And I just want to say, I went to school. I'm a licensed interior designer. In my mind, I always thought that I was going to be a mom and do interior design and build homes and work with developers in LA. That was like where my mind was, like that was going to be where my life took me, is what I thought. And honestly, it wasn't working. Like as a mom, I did a couple design projects where I did commercial and residential design projects. And I was so stressed. I always had meetings on other people's timelines. When they needed me, they could call and get a hold of me. And it took all my time away from my family. And it honestly was so stressful, and it wasn't all that it cracked up to be. And as my kids started getting older, I was like, okay, I am going to have to bite the bullet, and like, I need to go get a job. Like, I need to immerse myself back in the design world. And it was so scary. And I was like, this isn't what I wanted to do. So I really took a hard shift in 2020. So between that feeling that I had, and also with everything going on in the world in 2020, I was like, you know what? I know these products inside and out. I talk with so many people. I'm friends to so many people online, and I never really used my time that I had spent online creating those friendships. I never really used it to market a product or to talk to anybody about a business or anything. And I just thought, you know what? It's just not going to hurt. So in 2020, I made that decision. Like, I am going to use my time more carefully and just wisely when it comes to, how I'm going to make relationships and talk about products a little bit more. And I really shifted into an idea of, you know what, if I can get and work with even 3 bloggers, that I will be able to really grow my business. So I really started to like set goals for myself with how I was spending time online, and how I was going to basically manage a business. And within about 6 months or so,
Really, she started seeing traction within 3 months
yeah.
of just consistently every night
Mhm.
networking, and not just bloggers, everybody, just friends online.
I was telling Dave, I was like, you know what, there are so many moms that I talked to, and it felt like at the time everybody was searching for something. And it was like, how can I be of service to other people? And so for me, I was like, how can I help you? Hey, let me help you with a product that's good for your skin and hair, or let me help you, build a business, or let me help you, with just whatever other people might need, like really just starting to be of service to others. And I just really went head on with that idea. Anyway, so in 2020, I really like got with it, and I really started being intentional with my time and really started working this business.
What's really cool is I watched her. She is kind of a night owl. Let's just say
I'm
she
a night
stays up
owl.
pretty late.
I think design school did me in,
And all-nighter
an
projects.
all-nighter, yeah.
And she just decided once she got the kids to bed that she was just going to crush it and just crunch on Instagram. And I would watch her on Instagram. And it's funny because our kids would tease her, like, why are you on Instagram? You're on Instagram. And it's funny because what she was doing on there, she literally was cracking the code. And I thought tonight it would be really cool to like go a little granular with it, because I think a lot of people don't realize how basic just relationships are. We call this social retail. Well, let's talk about the social. The social part is very simple. Talking to people. How many people can you talk to? How can you build connections with people? How deep can you get those connections? And if you're out there, so many people look at sort of selling or direct sales. That's why I don't even think the term direct sales is even does it justice, because it really just means you're selling directly to a consumer. But it's the word sales that turns people off, and that, oh, I don't want to do sales. It's like a bad word. And really it's a relationship business. So I would just kind of ask her, for all of you, what is it that she did every night between the hours of 12 and 3 in the morning on Instagram that really got other people to start responding to her and start taking her friend requests and start chatting with her?
Yeah. I just, okay. So you guys, I ended up putting my Instagram page back to private. I do not mess around with, oh, I need to have so many followers, but half of those followers are weird businesses, and other followers are men that are, trying to watch my life for other reasons. Let's just say, I don't care. I want all the followers that I have, and I don't have many. I think I don't even know
like
how many
400
I
or
have.
500.
No, I think I'm at like over 600
Oh,
now.
she's at 600.
But you guys, I have quality followers. So most of those followers that I have, I go through and I have followers that are friends, family, people that I've met from other people that that are actually gaining something from me that I gain from them. I really go into Instagram creating relationships, and I went back to being private, and I decided, you know what, every single one of my followers are going to be people that are true people. So that's the first tip that I would give you. As I've dealt with more bloggers, a lot of the bloggers that I deal with that have 1-2 million followers, I ask them, how come, what are your sales? How are you doing? And they say, oh, I don't have that many sales, or this is what's going on with other products that they share. And the reality of it is, you know what, a lot of them, those followers can be bots or spammers or other businesses or whatever. So the first thing I did was I really cleaned up my Instagram page. I went back to being private. I screen people that follow me. I follow a lot of people because I'm actually getting to know other people. So when you look at my page, I follow thousands of people. But I'm very selective with who follows me. I also show my children and my true life. So, you know, I'm careful with that. The other thing that I immediately did is I started just simply posting things that where I show a combination of everything, right? I show my true life. I show real things that I'm doing every single day or every week. I try to give information to other people. So whether that be recipes, some of my baking skills, party stuff with my kids, even injuries like my boys getting hurt. You know, I remember I started posting about a Band-Aid that I really liked, or about this, just like random things that I can help other people with. And you might think like, oh, this is so silly. But as I've grown a following that follows me just for helpful things like with motherhood, I mean, the other day I posted that my kid drank water from a creek. And I was like, I did a poll and I said, is this safe? And I couldn't believe the response. On that poll that I posted, I mean, I got hundreds of people that I haven't even heard from in a while. That was like, it's hazardous. That's not safe. Angela, what are you doing? Or yeah, it's totally safe, you know, but creating, interesting stories and content with your true life.
That and my favorite was the ice machine. We just got an ice machine.
Oh,
people went nuts.
I showed an ice machine. I did a lot of research on an ice machine, and
it's the Sonic Chick-fil-A ice.
I bought a cool ice machine, and I had so many bloggers that follow me reach out to me for an honest review on an ice machine so that they could, you know, share that ice machine with their followers. Anyway, the point is, it's just, you know, everybody has their own life. Everyone has their own thing. So I work with people now who are bloggers in the fitness world, and they come to me and say, okay, you know, should I be talking only about fitness, or how do I, you know, what am I talking about? What should I do? And I really feel like as long as we're providing content and it's not just our products every single day, day after day after day, that's one of the key things for me with that I did when I first started. Talk about your life and who you are, what you're doing. Are you going on trips? You know, where did you go out to dinner? Would you post an honest review on where you went to dinner? Those kind of things. But I would say you really want, with social media, and for me, I'm mostly on Instagram. I really started to, you know, make those posts, make those connections. And then I also started, every week I have a goal for myself that I will educate people on usually 1 or 2 of the Modere products. And I'll do a story on it. And usually my stories get much more, you know, they're seen by more eyes, I think, than my posts. But I'm really big on making sure that I have a story going all the time. So just to kind of back up for a second. So we're with a company, and those of you that haven't heard of our company, we kind of dove right in and kind of jumped in. But in a nutshell, if you're looking at a business or creating an extra income with average everyday people, doesn't have to just be bloggers, but my wife specifically was able to connect with a lot of different people through social media. So what we do is we leverage our relationships. So the key word here is leverage. Everybody spends their entire lives
making friends, making relationships, creating, you know, whether you go to church, whether you go to school, you went to college, your first job. I still talk to people from my first job. At every point in your life, you've got at least, they say on average, 1,800 people in your network that you know on a first name basis. And now with social media, we have Facebook friends and everything else. So our business is very, very simple. It's, as she mentioned, taking existing relationships and creating new relationships. So basically networking, or, you know, meeting people and developing some kind of connection with them or a bond. And I think the first person that she really connected with, that sort of, I say take our phone calls, but, you know, got to a place where they were considered friends, is a girl that was from LA and happened to have a big following, and they just connected. I guess I would say, did you push the products down her throat, or did you connect with her on a mom or a religious level or a political level, or something that connected you, you know, to her before mentioning the products?
Absolutely. I would say that every single one of my relationships and with people that I work with now, every single person I've bonded with and created a relationship with outside of my business, outside of, you know, any products. So, you know, getting to know people just on a human level, you know, getting to be friends and having trust there, I think is like so important. That's number one.
So what we do in a nutshell, and if you're just watching, or maybe somebody's tagged you on this, or someone shared this video with you, this live, we market products online. But when I say we market products online, you notice I didn't say we sell products online. Yes, we have a link. Yes, you can order products. Yes, they're products that everybody can use in all kinds of different verticals, from literally home essentials to, you know, dietary supplements, to the best collagen in the world, which is what we mostly talk about, weight management, all of these different verticals of products that instead of buying at Walmart or Whole Foods or Target, they simply click on your link and they purchase them from you. It's called redirected spending. Now, there's some definite hot hero products that people would probably buy instead of groceries. But if you've been paying attention in the last, you know, 2 years since the craziness happened in March of 2020, where she made the decision to engage more fully in the business, working maybe 3 to 4 hours a day, has built up an incredible income. I can't make income claims. I'll just say just her income alone is more than most people make in a year, and she does that in a month. So I'll say she's done that because she's created leverage. She's not selling gazillions of dollars of our products every month, although she does pretty well. But there are other people out there. There are teams of people. There are networks of people that you can tap into and create a relationship with. And that's the beauty of our business. What happens is you get paid 2 different ways. So you post about the product, you do curiosity posts, or you'll say, you know, hey, got some great compliments on my skin, must be this new collagen, or you're marketing a product in that way. You're attracting people to ask you, what are you taking? What are you doing? You look good. Maybe you share a before and after picture. And you're just sharing things that you love the same way you share a movie or a restaurant. And then what happens is the company pays you. Here's what's cool. They do all the heavy lifting. They do all the back end customer service. They ship the products for you. We don't drop ship anything. We don't run to the post office. Okay, we're literally like, it's a turnkey business, and all we do is connect people with our link. And then the company handles everything for us. And you get paid basically an affiliate commission every single time they order, not just one time, not just, you know, a promo rate. It's the same rate every month, depending on how many customers you have. And it goes up to 36%, you guys. No inventory. I was just talking to a new business partner. She's an esthetician. And she literally is like, we had another esthetician on the phone, and they're like, wait a minute, we don't have to stock products and buy them at wholesale and sell them at retail and hope they sell and try to push them out the door. No, you just say, hey, I love this stuff. I've done some homework. Take a look. Here's my link. If it's for you, great. If not, no big deal. And every single time someone clicks on your link, they're attached to you. Every time they order for life, you get a residual commission on. So that's the first way you get paid. The second way you get paid is business referrals. You get a commission for business referrals. So let's just say my new business partner, she just started yesterday. She got her first 2 customers. And today she put me on with her girlfriend, who is another esthetician. So she'll get paid from her 2 customers. And then if when her girlfriend joins and also markets to her customers, my new business partner will get a referral commission on that business referral. Now, it's not as much as you would get on the customer, but if you do that 5 times, 10 times over the course of a year or a month, or you do that over the course of 5 years, they call this industry the 5-year career. There's no glass ceiling. The sky is the limit. And that is a beautiful thing. We're attracting a ton of people. And I'll just say this, and then I'd love to open it up for questions. I'd also love to hear from anybody that's had their own social retail business, how they're loving it. But right now, more than ever, there's a few things that we know for sure. We cannot control inflation. We can't control the government. We can't control the rate of taxes. We can't control the prices at the grocery store or the pump. But here's what we can't control. We can control our own decisions for taking control of our financial lives. The average person needs about $500 every month more than they did at this time last year just to be even. So an extra $500 or $1,000 makes a lot of sense. And for a business like ours, where we can do it from our cell phones, we can network with our friends and family, we can network with people that are other professionals that are in our industry, and just share things we love. And there's no pressure. They can order or not order. And it's something we can do day in and day out around our schedules. And we do it, whether I'm, dropping the kids off at baseball, I'll talk to somebody, or, now I've gone out of the corporate world and I've been able to do this for the last, 6 years, and being a full-time dad. I coach Little League. I'm picking them up at school. I'm dropping them off. I just took them for yogurt 20 minutes before we got here. You guys, if you want to take total control and ownership of your financial futures, you've got to have, 2 paychecks, multiple streams of income. And this is a perfect dovetail for any professional, any business, any stay-at-home mom, any influencer, anybody that is on social media or off social media. We work with Amish, okay? We work with all kinds of people. So with that, honey, is there anything else you want to add about what you love about the business? Maybe the time and freedom to...
Yeah, you know what? I mean, can I just say one of the coolest things about this business is you work hard and you get, I call it like a base going, right? And you have a base business going, and then all of a sudden something magical happens and it kind of starts to bloom and blossom on its own too. And it just keeps going. It's like the rock that keeps falling down the mountain, right? It's so the rock that keeps falling down the mountain.
I don't know which rock she's talking about, because I know she has a thing for the rock. All right.
Okay. But I do want to say that as far as time and freedom, this business is amazing. I mean, you can be, on vacation and still be making money. You can be with your kids at a baseball game and still be making an income.
What's really cool is, like, we have a business in India. We have a business in Europe. We have now a business in Australia. So when we're going to sleep, people are waking up and we are making money 24/7. And it's the coolest thing to be in 30 countries, with world-class products that everybody wants. These aren't junk products. There's no, scam or pyramid. It's like literally you sell a product, you make money. And here's the cool thing. If you get a customer that's happy, they get a discount. And then if they share their code, their friends and family get discounts and they get free product credit, and you get paid as if they were your own referral. So there's like these 20% of our business is like referral customers, and we have about 13 or 14 customers for every person that is actually a marketer with our company. So and before I open it up, and I'd like to ask everybody that's on tonight, just turn your cameras on real quick for 5 minutes, and we're just going to bring it to the gallery view. But before I do that, before you ask like, oh, well, what's a business like this cost to start? I mean, if you were going to start a Denny's franchise or something, it'd be like 2 million. Subway would be like $500,000. This isn't a franchise. This is a business that you're the CEO of. You work it around your schedule. There's no pressure. There's no monthly fees on the back office and the software and all that. The apps, everything's included in your initial enrollment. And somebody asked me today, well, how much would that cost? And I was saying, well, how much would you think, based on what I've said, how much do you think it would cost? Like, what would be expensive to you for a business like this, where the sky's the limit? And the number she kind of started around was like, well, 1,500. And I thought, oh, okay. Lower. And then she's like, well, 1,000 would be cool. And I'm like, okay, lower, you know what I mean? And we were in that, like, we got to a place where she was like, oh, okay, I was thinking you were going to hit me up for, $2,000 or $3,000. So the answer is really dependent upon your own desire. I mean, if you want to get in and get started, And if you've got, you know, 300, 400, $500 and you want to get like a good chunk of the products to try them out yourself and really go all in, that's great. If you've got a couple $100 and you just want to get rocking, that's great too. You know, we've got different levels of being serious, because I know people are tight right now. But listen, the same reasons why you would say I don't have time for a business are the exact same reason why you would need a business like this. The very same reason why you would say I don't have the money to start a business is the exact same reason you need another business. Do you follow me? So any objection that you would have, right? Well, I'm not good at sales. Well, I mean, look at her, right? Like everyone that has a girlfriend or a wife or a husband or spouse or anyone that's ever got a job, we're all in sales, guys. So sales is so 20 years ago. We're not selling used cars. We're sharing things that we love. All right. So guys, turn your cameras on, and I'm going to ask a couple people if they'd like to pop in. We can't make income claims or any of that, but just to share a brief, 30 seconds on your overview, what you would love to share. So let's start with Suzette Lawrence, because Suzette, has a really cool story. And, she works, I don't know if you're okay with what I say, but she lives in a beautiful place called Sedona, Arizona. And Sedona is like, if you've ever been to Sedona, it's a magical, magical place. And Suzette took ownership of her life in this industry over 10 years ago and is to this very day absolutely literally crushing. She just had her biggest month in 5 years, and this business continues to grow. And I will just say, for someone that likes their time and their freedom and to live anywhere they want to live, this is a perfect business. So Suzette, can you just share, 30 seconds? I'd love to hear from Roxy, and I'd love to hear from Blanca, and let's just rock through this and share with everybody that's watching, like, why do you love social retail?
David, thank you so much. I love your and Angela's story. Angela, you have inspired me. You can't even imagine. I'm so proud of you. You're amazing. What I love about social retail is that you can operate it from your home, of course. We work with a fabulous company. The C-suite's very important. It's important to have really sound executives behind you. If you just have a good product, or you just have a good comp plan, or you're just really great, it's not enough. You have to have all the wheels on the bus. And we have that at our company. We have amazing products. I'm a product girl. We have amazing products, and I just love being in a win-win situation. I talk to my customers all the time. I'm very hands-on. And I talked to a lady today, and she said she had been off the product for a while. She got back on a month ago, and she said, I'm feeling so much better. My neck was stiff. Well, I'm feeling better. I'm moving easier. I'm able to do more. She went on her first 15-minute walk. She had not been out of her house in quite a while. And now for some of you, that may seem shocking, but for her, this was a big step, and I'm so proud of her. So that's why I'm here. I love making a difference in people's lives. I love being in a win-win endeavor. I'll pass it on to Roxy. Roxy,
let me intro Roxy, because Roxy, I met her on social media. We met on Facebook, literally didn't know her from Adam, and had never met in person. And I went, this girl knows her stuff. This girl's serious. And she was with another company. And I finally bugged her enough to meet up with her at a Starbucks down in Glendale, I think it was. And she still was like, okay, well, it looks good, but I'm just not ready. And I'm like, come on, you got to go. And then I think it wasn't until our second meeting, and finally you called and you're like, something's got to give, David. Something, I'll never forget those words. Something's got to give. Let's freaking do this. And man, I'm so proud of your success. In a short 2 years, she just earned the trip to Dominican. She earned a trip to Cabo. And now she's got one of her business partners coming with her. We're leaving next month. She's bringing a little girl, so we're gonna party it up in Cabo, or in Dominican. I don't even know where we're going. So Roxy, that's your intro, my friend.
Thank you. So in case you forgot, I started actually as soon as the pandemic started. I was home for the first month, and I was like, okay, I gotta do something. And I was like, wait, this guy was on to something. I'm gonna call him up. And sure enough, that was the best decision ever. You guys, in the last 2 years, if it wasn't for this business, I don't even want to know where I would have been. And I was somebody who had work, who had a full-time job and everything. But with everything that's happened in the last 2 years, every up and down that has happened in our lives, this has been one consistent thing that I've been able to rely on every month. I mean, can we just say residual income? one more time.
Chills. And your beautiful
Like-
little girl. And you know what? You've got the collagen hair too.
I know.
I do. I'm kind of like embarrassed to go to my hairdresser because she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "You got to drink this stuff. You really got to drink this stuff." So
I love it. And can you just share 2 of your other favorite products? Because we're not just collagen. What are 2 of your other favorite products from our company?
Gosh, I don't know. Go. Oh my God. You guys, I've had issues and I had to give up coffee about 2 years ago for health reasons. And Go has been a complete insane lifesaver. Like the stable energy, the consistency, the focus, the concentration you can get with this stuff. And I'm not even going into the fact that it replaces your minerals and it like just literally revitalizes your body and replaces so many things that we're all missing. But the level of energy that you get, undeniable. And if you're somebody that cannot or doesn't want to drink coffee, complete lifesaver.
Love it. We love you, Roxy. Congrats on
Love
all
you
your
guys too.
success.
Thank
And oh
you.
my gosh, we're actually going to see Roxy on Saturday. We're partying,
I
so
can't
we'll see you
wait.
Saturday, and we'll see you down in Dominican. Blanca Martinez, our dear friend Blanca, you are an absolute rock star. You know, you have always been in my eyes, but it's funny. I used to be the vice president of your company, so I used to work for you. And it's so cool because you are someone that has done real estate. You have an incredible husband. You guys have been entrepreneurs most of your life. You're not afraid to hustle. And what's really cool is you built an incredible residual with this business, and we're excited to see you're crushing it. I think you had one of your best months ever. You've doubled your volume. So yeah, what do you love about this business? Why are you here? Tell anybody that's watching why they should have a second paycheck.
Honestly, the freedom. I can do anything that I want to do. I can work from anywhere. I can go to Los Angeles and come back. Nobody knows where I am. So that's great. I mean, you can go anywhere, and very soon I should be going to El Salvador, and I'm taking my computer with me. So that's all I need to work. So I love the freedom that we get. And plus the paycheck is really good.
Amen. Thank you, Blanca. We're crazy about you, and we're just so excited for all your success. Would anybody else like to share before we wrap up tonight and tell everybody how to get started with our social retail? Definitely want to get back to the person who invited you here tonight. You want to just really have a conversation, watch a video, get on a conversation. Just know this, the decision to start a new business, sometimes in our mind, mentally, our mind is trying to push us away from anything that might cause, more stress, more commitment, more fear of failure, more things to do. And I don't think there's anybody out there that says, hey, let me have a few more things on my to-do list, right? But I'm going to say this, another form of income right now is no longer an option. It is a necessity. It is tantamount to driving. You've got to drive without, you wouldn't have, you wouldn't drive without car insurance. You wouldn't go out without health insurance. Like, you have got to have something else building in addition to your plan A. And your plan B has created total financial freedom for us. And it has allowed us to now be a full-time plan A. And the dreams, the things that are coming true and happening and manifesting in our lives right now are because of a decision we made. I made a decision on the corporate side 12 years ago. 6 years ago, I made another decision to be an entrepreneur full-time and work on commission. And I should say that there's no guaranteed salary in this, but it is a commission that's based on your own ability, your own sales, your own network, your own efforts, that you can do when you want. You can turn it on, you can turn it off. But unlike the gig economy jobs like your Ubers and Lyfts and DoorDash, there's very little overhead. You're not wear and tear in your car. You're not filling your car with gas. You're not, really, you're getting paid twice a day, but you're not stocking all this inventory. You could do it in your undies. You know what I mean? I mean, you can work from anywhere. So with that, to get started, guys, really all you got to do is, one, get back to the person that shared this with you. But here's what I'll share. Literally, for less than a trip to Target, I mean, you're in business, you're off to the races. Okay. You'll get some of the extra products. We recommend an XM package. Right now, there are some pretty cool incentives. Get back to the person that shared this, but I believe right now, depending on who you talk to, I know, get back to the person, but the actual enrollment for what we call an XM package, will be covered this month, only in the month of October, because in the month of November, everybody goes crazy with our business because we have so many good deals. And this is right now an incredible time to get started.
This
Jump
is
into
the
our
best
group.
time to get started,
You-
actually.
Yeah.
I think for everyone in this business, we are going on like a recruiting blitz, getting ready for what's about to hit in November and December and January.
It's wild. We've had like
Um,
5 new business partners in 6 days. I mean, we're just every day we're bringing on new business partners. Why? Because people need this now more than ever. More than ever. And we plug it in. We have a system that you can use. There's apps on your phone. It makes it so easy. There's an app called Pulse. I'll give you an example.
Mhm.
You go into the Pulse app and you press like, hey, what should I do right now? What's my action item? And it will tell you who you should reach out to and what to say. And you just push it out, say, hey, if you add 2 more products to your order, you're going to save another 10%. And it's like, wow, it tells you it couldn't be easier. Literally, our 5th grader could do it.
Yeah.
So with that, all the systems, all the support, all the family, all the culture, it's so much fun. We have a blast doing this business, and we'd love to talk to anybody that's listening to this, or any of you who are on the Zoom or watching. Get back to the person that shared this or tagged you. If you're watching, I want you to tag somebody in this, and we're going to give away a bottle of chocolate trim, our world-class fat shrinker. We're going to give it away now tonight. And here's how you win. If you're watching the live, okay, I want you to tag somebody in it. Tag a guest, tag a friend, and we're going to randomly pick someone that's tagged on this later tonight, and they're gonna win. So just tag a friend, tag a business partner, tag somebody that you'd like to hear this presentation. Now you're like, well, what about us? We're on the chat. We're gonna do the same thing for Zoom, and we have a couple questions as well. So let me get to those questions. I wanted to keep this really brief tonight, and our kids playing baseball right now, so we got to get back to the field. But with that, guys, if you're listening right now and you're a guest tonight, if you're a guest, you're not a marketer with our company, but you're a guest on this tonight on the Zoom, send me a private message and let me know, and I'll include you in the list. So I know some of you are marketers with us. Cindy, I know, Bobby. But if you're a guest tonight, okay, meaning you're not part of the company, send me a note here in the chat and just let me know. Or if one of you has a guest on, let us know. And I just want to thank you guys for joining us. We're excited to do this giveaway. We'll give it a couple hours here for you to tag somebody. And thank you so much, you guys. No matter what, just be happy, be healthy, just have an incredible life, and just know that if it is to be, it is up to me. You know, we can take control of our financial futures, and protect our families and insulate our families from all that's going on. Just control the controllables, and that's what we're going to do. We'd love to work with you one-on-one, and anybody on this Zoom that invited you here tonight will work with you to help you be successful. We'll help you launch your business. We'll help you do a post and just start getting out there and sharing products that we know and love. Any last thoughts from my beautiful wife?
Oh, from me?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, you guys are all awesome just for being on here. I mean, that's like, right? That's the first step to, I mean, to the next.
If you want hair like this,
Oh,
you've got to take the liquid collagen.
you know, he's pulled my hair like 8 times tonight.
Ooh, that's TMI.
What?
We'll talk about that later. Thanks, you guys. We'll be back here next week, next Thursday, every Thursday in October. Thank you guys for joining us. Have a
Bye,
great night.
everybody.
Bye,
Good
everybody.
night.
Take care.